So, how do we best use Carson Wentz in our offense? What can a guy like me who does nothing but write stuff down in a notepad all day tell you guys about what I've learned from studying this Eagles offense during the offseason and where I think we're missing some opportunity? All right, y'all, let's get to it. What's up, Eagles Nation? What's going on, NFL world? How you doing, division rivals? This is Steven Hyder with Gate City Sports Channel, the sports channel where the cerebral NFL fan comes for about 10 minutes of daily content. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whenever it is you get around to watching us. Once again, guys, Steven Hyder, Gate City Sports Channel. All right, y'all, today's topic. So what I want to talk about, simply put, guys, is how do we take this offense to the next level under Carson Wentz? Because let's be real. This kid is incredibly athletic. He's incredibly talented. But I think we all know somewhere deep down inside, sometimes it takes Doug Peterson, this quarterback coach, the OC, and Wentz a little too long to get on the same page. And, it gets crazy because it gets frustrating because we have losses during the course of a season we shouldn't have. We have really slow starts as a result of this. And I do think that the front office and the coaching staff took a very wise approach during the offseason, right? I mean, we didn't just stay back and say, like, look, Doug Groh honestly kind of did pretty good. Doug Groh, wow. Mike Groh honestly did pretty good, down the course of the stretch, and he did kind of get things together. Things looked a little better. We didn't stay content with that, and we axed it. Who did we bring in, right? Well, we said, look, Doug Peterson is going to have to be labeled the OC. I mean, there's just no point to do this otherwise. He's the head coach / OC. But we're going to bring in a big support cast around him. So we brought in characters like Rich Grandrello, right? Marty Morningwig. We brought in Breener. We brought in, a bunch of other guys, Aaron Moorhead. And we said, okay, we've got to shake things up. So what I want to talk about today, guys, is I want to talk about what is it in particular about Wentz that he does well? What is it from a play caller standpoint that Doug Peterson can utilize? And how do these extra added pieces come together to really create this dynamic offense? Because let's be clear, guys. Anything less than a top 10 offense, in my opinion, this season is unacceptable. Meaning, we can't, pound our chest with the middle of the 15th, 14th ranked. We can't pound our chest on that this year, guys. This year, we really do need to take the league by storm, and we need to hold our team, our coaches, our players accountable to this. Because, look, at the end of the day, we spend our hard-earned money. We go sit in those stands. We deserve a good product. We know we have the ingredients there. It's just a matter of these guys putting forth the time and effort to really get that ingredient to shine through in the plate. All right, y'all. Let's get it. Run that film, guys. Okay, ladies and gents, welcome into a slightly improvised version of the film room. Just trying out some things, guys. Okay, so the argument I want to present today is that Carson Wentz is a movement quarterback. What I mean by this is his success is ultimately predicated on using misdirection, both pre and post snap, play action, RPOs, and both scheduled and unscheduled rollouts. This is when I personally believe Carson Wentz is at his best. Can he play from the pocket? Sure. But this kid is an athlete that really needs to be let loose upon the league. Carson's athleticism, his arm strength, and his knowledge of the game, it is an absolute nightmare for opposing D coordinators to try and actually match up with this kid. What I'm telling you guys is this. What I'm saying here is this, just simply put. Allow him to play to his strengths. That's the key to success in 2020 for the Philadelphia Eagles. For example, I want to go through, painfully here, this play right here. This is from the 2017 season versus the Rams. What I want you to watch is, after the snap, okay, we can see this play begins to break down with pressure. but I just want you to watch exactly what Carson Wentz can do to a team, even if you collapse the pocket on them. We can see that there is a built-in play action component to this play. However, when this play breaks down, Carson breaks containment, and that's where the problems begin for the Rams. This is where his athleticism really shines through, guys. Just watch what he does unscheduled here on a rollout. This is an unscheduled rollout. Let's be truthful here. If Alshon Jeffrey just had one more step there, that's a touchdown. That is an absolutely greatly improvised play, and I think this is when you see Carson at his best, when you allow him to do things like this. All right, let me change gears. I want to show you another play. This is an example of a scheduled rollout, and this is what I'm going to say is the bread and butter of this offense if you can keep it up for Carson. He's crazy efficient when it comes to throwing the ball on the run, and I just want you guys to watch this. So on this play here, we can see that there's pre-snap movement from Alligator Arms Aguilar. There's a built-in fake/play action component to this with Jay Ajayi. And we're rolling out to Carson Wentz's left for what is really and honestly just a quick and easy 6 to 8 yard dump off to Alligator Arms.
We was catching him, unlike Aguilar and his mishaps. I like to put that out there.
Aguilar. This is bread and butter stuff, guys. This is the stuff that we should be doing down in and down out with Carson Wentz. Just simply put, guys. So what I'm insinuating here is we need to be using a lot of pre and post snap movement. That just gives Carson Wentz an opportunity to read the defense, read the coverage. We need to build in a lot of RPOs, a lot of play action passes, and we need to keep rolling, both scheduled and unscheduled. Use your coaching staff to do it, and let Carson just be Carson to an extent. Because that is really and honestly the bread and butter to this offense. For one more example, I just want to make this point out this play here. We got Alligator Arms Aguilar in motion. Once again, Carson a look at the coverage. At the snap, we can say that this is a play action pass to J-Train. Okay, or play action setup to J-Train, not pass, guys. Okay, that play action with J-Train, it holds those linebackers from falling back into their zone. Do you see how they come up at first? Then the Eagles are attacking those 3 zone defenders. You guys see them, those 1, 2, 3, right? We can see those zone defenders. We're going to attack that. So once Ajayi holds in for a second, the Eagles, using Alligator Arms Aguilar and Ertz, they run a little air raid concept or a spread offense concept that's called a mesh route. Okay, it's just crossers. However, Doug has a little wrinkle to this play. What he does here is he has Alligator Arms Aguilar run that mesh route, and then he just kind of does a weird kind of like tapering off. It comes back across the face of Wentz. And it's kind of like a stick back route to where it's a boom boom, easy completion, easy pickup, easy movement of the sticks. This is the bread and butter of our offense. And I'm going to go through some of the statistics here and just point it out to you why I have these viewpoints and why I think this needs to continuously progress. On the season, Carson Wentz had the most snaps among all quarterbacks, 1,169. He had the 5th most passing attempts, with 607. The way that kind of worked out was Jameis Winston, Jared Goff, Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Carson Wentz. When we look at dropbacks, he had 368 dropbacks, right? Just dropbacks not meaning like under center or anything like that, guys. Just traditional in the pocket passing. Okay, that accounted for about 60.62%, or let's just, for the sake of argument, let's just say 60%, right? And then through play action and through RPOs, that accounted for 39.37. I'm just going to round that up drastically to 40. So 60-40 in the pocket to being moved around. Some of this, I would argue, isn't necessarily the ratio. It's the timing of when we're using it. I think we need to be better at the timing of using RPO, play action, and rollouts. Because here's the thing. When you look at RPOs, Carson Wentz ran 68 RPOs on the season. That ranked 3rd. But of those 68 RPOs, he only actually ran the ball 7 times. Okay? Not Carson himself, but there were only 7 runs from that 68. We got to be a little better with the ratio there, in my opinion. Play action. Carson Wentz was second in the league in play action attempts. He had 171 play action attempts, which only trailed Goff for the league's lead. Here's my argument here, guys. If you look at QBR outside of the pocket, and guys, this is all according to 358.com. Okay, 358.com. Carson Wentz's QBR outside the pocket was 94.4. Number one out of 38 quarterbacks that they ranked. Okay, he was just ahead of Russell Wilson and ahead of a couple other guys. Here's the deal. When we looked at inside the pocket, he had a 57.9 QBR, which ranked about 15th out of 38. So right in that middle of the pack, maybe just below the middle of the pack area. Listen, I think we have to make a decision here about how we want to scheme this stuff, guys. And what I'm alluding to is there's two ways that Doug Peterson can present this information and can fix this. Number one, we can scheme it like Shanahan. So we can scheme rollouts like Shanahan. Or number two, we can let it naturally develop the way that Andy Reid does. Andy Reid kind of lets the play develop and kind of come to Mahomes. Because the thing is when you look at the underlying analytical data behind Carson Wentz is much closer to Russell Wilson than he is Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is a pretty balanced guy between in the pocket, out of the pocket, while just like Carson Wentz, Russell Wilson is really good. When he breaks containment, he punishes teams. Wentz is very good at that too. We have to find a way of being more diverse this season with these looks in these sets. But guys, these are my thoughts. I want to know, what do you think? Guys, leave your comments down below. Let me know what you think. I think you have to, we've got to be, RPO based, play action based, and we've got to build in more rollouts. Whether it's scheduled, unscheduled, unleash Wentz to do what he can do. You got to let this kid be the athlete that he is, in my opinion. All right, guys, that's all I got for you. Hope you all enjoyed it. Hope you all liked kind of the new format I did here. Leave your comments down below, guys, once again. And you know how we end these videos. We do a little E-A-G-L-E-S. All right, y'all. Let's go, Eagles.